Regian, congratulations. That was a performance of a champion, very smooth, very professional. How pleased are you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm not pleased. It was not my best fight. I think it was one of my worst fights, but I'm glad I got a win.
How do you respond on days like this where, like you say, you get the win, but you don't get the finish and you don't perform as well as you know you can?
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch the fight over and over and over. And I think I'm gonna look at my mistakes and what I can improve. And I think it's maybe my schedule before the fight. It was like too busy, I think, and that's why I got. Fighting is also mental. So I think this was a mental fight for me also. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
How are you able to stay composed after the first round when Murtazaev came out aggressively?
Yeah, I know he would came out like that. So I already had it in my mind, and um, I had in my mind that I'm gonna start easy, and I think that was my mistake. But it went well because he was out of gas after the third, fourth round. So yeah.
Did you feel that you were able to kind of download his style quite quickly?
Yes and no, because I thought he would be more aggressive, coming forward and put the pressure on me, but he didn't. So it was like a little bit confusing for me, and I think that was also part of his game plan.
How pleased were you with the low kicks? Do you think you were able to throw off his movement?
Yeah, a little bit. I think he didn't expect the low kicks, and I think I heard him pretty much with the low kicks. Yes.
You seemed to take a little bit longer than usual to find your momentum, but then you did as the fight wore on. What changed? What was going on mentally for you?
I know I had to put the pressure for him. Otherwise, I would lose the fight, of course. So my trainers also said to me, like, yeah, you have to put more pressure, more pressure. And yeah, I did. So it works out.
You said you wanted to have more respect from the fans. What do you mean by that? You don't think you get the love you deserve?
I think I got the love I deserve, but I'm a very easy guy. I don't have a big mouth, and don't make predictions like, oh, I'm gonna get him in the second round or something like that. So I think that is the difference between me and other fighters. I'm a nice guy outside the ring. So
do you think you're your own harshest critic?
Harshest critic? What do you mean?
Do you think that you criticize yourself more than anyone?
I think so, yes. Yes.
What's your biggest takeaway from this fight? You said you're going to watch it and watch it again, but just sitting here, what's the overriding takeaway?
The overriding takeaway is that I had to put more pressure from the start, from the first round until the fifth round, and I didn't do that. So I think that was my mistake. So I think he won the first and the second round, and from the third rounds, I started a little bit to work with him, and I think I got the third, fourth, and fifth round.
How is life being the champion? Do you think you're starting to build a nice legacy here?
Yes, I think I'm building a nice legacy. I'm undefeated for, I think, in my head, 5 or 6 years now. 18 fights in total, win streak. So I think I'm building my legacy very good.
The sport kind of had a real glory years in the early 2000s with K1, but now with what One Championship are doing, with bringing together the best in the world, putting on tournaments, Grand Prix, do you think we're having a new golden age for kickboxing?
I think so, especially if you look at the 70 kilo division for One Championship. I think they bring the best fighters of the world together, like the K1 back in the days. So I think the One Championship is a new era of kickboxing, yes. Definitely.
What kind of opponent are you looking at next? Who do you think would be appropriate for you?
I really don't know. That's up to One Championship. They came with Islam. Islam was a surprise. No, not really a surprise, but he makes his debut against me. So that was like a really surprise. But my division is not stacked, so it's normal that they take fighters outside the division to fight me.
Were you shocked that one of the judges gave the fight to him?
No, I wasn't shocked. I already had in my mind like split decision. Of course, you're gonna hesitate, like maybe got the win, maybe not. But that's me as a human being, I'm glad I got the win. So yeah.
Does that change anything for next time? Like you're not gonna let yourself get stung by
that? Yes, of course. I'm gonna work harder, of course, and work on my techniques, and I'm gonna set up a game plan with me and my trainers, of course, because my trainers are also not like really satisfied about this fight. So I'm gonna work stuff out.
As you're on such an epic win streak, Do you think it's a bit difficult for one to find the right opponent for you? Is there anybody out there who's not in the promotion who you think should come and face you?
No, I have nobody on my list or something like that. I think it's not like difficult for one championship. I think there are enough fighters in the world to that want to face me. As you see, Islam was one of them. And you see, it was difficult to fight him. So I think one will come with even better fighters for me. So I will be prepared.
Do you ever keep an eye on your former opponents? In 2018, in one, you fought Brad Riddell. He's now the number 12 lightweight in the UFC. He's fighting this weekend. Do you ever kind of go, oh, that's interesting, I used to fight him?
No, I was happy for him that he signed with the UFC, but I didn't like follow his career. Sometimes I saw the fight. I think he got the performance of the night for his first fight in the UFC, I think. But I don't really follow my former opponents like that.
Well, on this win streak, one of the biggest victories, of course, you beat Nicky Holzgen twice. He's a legend in the sport. Do you think you guys will meet again?
It's a possibility. I read that he signed a new contract with one championship. I think 6 fights and 1 fight is a title shot. So I'm still the champion, so we will see by that time if you get a title shot or not.
We had some massive fights tonight, but you were the main event. Does that feel good that kickboxing is put in that position with all these other epic fights? And do you like being mixed up with MMA, or do you like those pure kickboxing cards?
No, for me, it doesn't matter. Fight is a fight. If it's MMA, kickboxing, boxing, I enjoy watching fights. And also, when I warm up, I look at the screen like, oh, he saw that takedown, like the MMA fights. So for me, it really doesn't matter what's on the card that I'm fighting, MMA, kickboxing, Muay Thai. I just enjoy it. But yeah, for one championship, I love that they mix it all up together, So yeah, it's also good for the fans.
Did you have a chance to check out anybody tonight? Is there anybody that really impressed you?
The Brazilian guy, I don't know his name, the heavyweight, it was a choke, I think, against the South Korean heavyweight. And that was really impressive. I think it was the first round. I was busy with my warm-up, and then I saw, he was almost stepping, and then he was still hitting, but then he slowed down. So that impressed me. And the rest I didn't, really follow because I was busy with my own warming up.
As one of the world's best strikers, who do you think is the most impressive striker apart from yourself in one right now?
In one, difficult question. I think for the perfect technique, I'll go with Petrosian. Yes,
the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor. Yes.
Awesome, Regian. Great to speak to you, champ. Congratulations on another win. The streak keeps going. Respect.
Thank you.